All right, so you got a lot of gray in the brush right here. So that's why it's making that line. What you do to eliminate that is on your newspaper or a piece of scrap paper, or if you're using a paper palette like I am, kind of mix the colors, like just painting it. So that's going to fix that problem. All right, now you see my next problem. Wow, that is way too big of a jump from this dark gray to this middle gray. No problem. So I make this darker. See how I'm mixing. Okay, now I'm going to mix the brush, mix the paint that's in the brush, because as you paint, the paint is mixing in your brush as well. And you see what happens, starts to happen. The more you paint, the more it mixes. That's why you leave it wet. It's okay if it's wet. Okay. Now I need some black because what's happening is I'm pushing the light towards that way, and I don't want to do that. Put my black back in there. Now I'm going to show you how you can use your finger. There we go. Now I need a dark gray to fix that. All right. Okay. Now go back to the light grays. Because we are in the middle and we have to start going light now. Okay, so I have this gray right here. Now I need a lighter gray than that. I just drop it on the pile that's there, or my recommendation is to make a new pile. So that way you don't mess up and make it too dark and have to spend the rest of your class trying to make it light again. Just like Mrs. Lightgren is doing. You see how my brush has all these different paints in it? That's why you go over here and paint. Because what this does is mixes the paint that's in there. Now let's see if it's the right tone. Okay, it's still a little too dark, so I need more white. Okay. Now I gotta make sure that I'm doing that C that I was telling you about before, because I don't see it here. Now watch what I do with my finger. If you're getting frustrated with the brush, you can totally do this. Or keep working with the brush. See? It's blended. The key is you want to make it so you can't see where one starts and one stops. Now we're going to have to get lighter because we're getting towards the light now. Now this is where your value bars came in handy. You know this is too light, so you need more black. But not that dark. I see where it jumps, so I need to make something in between that. Need more black. Not too much though, that's way too much. You see my brush has all those different ones, so I'm going to fix that. There we go. See what I mean by it's a lot of back and forth? That's fine. We'll get the hang of it. Now I want to get some light values in here. See how I'm adding white to my brush? You could do it that way, and the paint is mixing as I paint it. And I'm going to blend it by finger, or you can just do it with your brush. Take all the paint off your brush so that most of the paint's out, and just blend it that way. Okay, the last thing you want to do is add some very, very light, just like you learned yesterday with your paint by number worksheet. You want to have a highlight here. All right, what's happening is my brush still has gray in it, so I'm going to rinse it out. And get some white, pure white. This will mix with the gray that's there, which is fine. Now what I'm going to do is rinse, get all the paint out of my brush so that I can blend this in with the light gray. Okay, now because I like doing it this way, soften up the lines of my paintbrush. Then now we need the last thing, which is our cast shadow. The cast shadow should be completely black. It's gonna go like this. All right. There you go. That's how you blend. It takes practice. It takes a couple of times before you get it right. That's okay. Even your teacher makes mistakes, okay? Now you just put it in the drying rack and you can finish the by number if you haven't finished it yet.